Now that you've created your very, very basic Google Sites portfolio, it's time to find out how you can make this a little more interesting and a little more personalized. As you can see, every single one of my pages looks the exact same background, same font, etc. It's boring. So the very first thing I can do to work with that and to fix that is to go over here to this third tab that we haven't been to yet called Themes. I'm currently on this simple theme. As you can see, it's pretty simple. I can play around with the colors a little bit, and I can even select a different color maybe, but it doesn't get much more interesting than that. I can also play with my font style a little bit, but essentially it doesn't do anything very exciting. So I can mess with some other themes and decide to choose one that I think is the most interesting to look at. Let's say I choose, for instance, a theme like this, where they've put some kind of image back here. With this, or truly any other theme, if I hover over this section, down here I can select Change Image, and I can do the same as I would with any other picture. I can upload a picture from my computer, or I can select an image from my drive or from the World Wide Web, so let's do that. Here's a bunch that Google has automatically provided, which is kind of nice. You can pick ones that are already optimized for being on websites. You'll notice for once you start playing around with some of these and picking pictures, some of them are going to look good up there as the header image and some of them just aren't. So it's really kind of trial and error. Let's say that I picked this one. This one is just calling out to me because I love office supplies. So it says here adjusting for readability. What that means is it's making the image either lighter or darker so that it's optimized for viewing on the internet. If you don't like what's been done to the image there, you just unclick that and it returns it to its normal state. So that's one of the many things that you can do to make your portfolio more interesting. I can actually do this to each individual page. So on this page, let's say that I would like to use an image, this is my speaking and listening page. I might want to use an image that represents speaking. And boom. Oh, it says that image is too big. Well, thanks a lot, Google. Way to let me down. So let's see. I don't know. Let's select this guy. So you'll notice that it has zoomed in and broadened it. If I like the way that it's fit, great. If not, it can get a little dicey trying to change it just because of the way that Google Sites is optimized for viewing. So let's say that this is fine. I like this. It's good. I can also adjust the type of header that I even have up here. I can do just the cover. I can do a large banner, which is pretty common. I can just do banner, or I can do title only so that it's not distracting with an image. So you can make those adjustments as well. And again, like I said, you can adjust this on every single page. As far as this goes, let's say that I don't like how large this text is. So I can select from a variety of options here. There are some limitations. I can't exactly pick the exact font size, and that's again because Google tries to make it so that your website's going to look consistent. But I can, let's say if I think it's too big, I can make it smaller as a subheading, and I can change this to banner and make it a little bit less obtrusive. So bunch of options for how I can make that look. Something that I do think is particularly interesting to do is to jazz up the use of your images a little bit. For instance, on my main page, my welcome page, instead of just having a picture of myself here, since this is a bit of an about me page, I can instead insert one of those image carousels, and I can put multiple images there just by going to the Insert tab, scrolling down to Image Carousel. This is where I would want to select a bunch of images that relate to my actual life, but because I don't have a bunch of those images on here, then I'm just going to Google a few random things and select a few images to sort of show you what this is going to look like. So I'm going to select that daisy because flowers are nice, puppies because puppies are always the best, and let's say coffee because coffee is life. Look at that. Look at that fancy coffee. All right, so then as you can see here, when I hover over an image, if there's something that I don't particularly like if I've suddenly changed my mind about puppies, boom, I can remove that image and instead find a picture of, let's say, kittens. That's right, people. I know some of you are kitten haters, but look at that face. All right, so here's some images, and then I select Insert, and it auto creates this carousel for me. I'm just going to drag it right up here. You'll notice that Google's pretty intuitive with this kind of stuff. If I don't like how wide this heading is, then I just make it smaller. If I want more room for my image carousel, then I make that bigger. And it's really nice. It makes website design really easy. The way this image carousel turns out, when I click Publish, which by the way you have to do every time you make changes that you want to actually have stick, you've got to hit Publish. So now my new version of my website is live, and as you can see here, there's that adorable kitten face, and some images or some arrows pop up when I hover over the images. I click, and boom, I have a bunch of images that someone can scroll through. So instead of just having one picture of me, I can have a picture of me and then a bunch of images that relate to my life. There are a bunch of different ways too that you can customize your layout. You can see here that Google has provided a variety of layouts. Of course, this icon with the mountain indicates image, and then this indicates heading or subheading and then text. So if I wanted to insert some images down here, and about my life, since this is the About Me page, then I could do that. Who doesn't like a good old-fashioned magazine? Investery. Sure, I subscribe. And then I can add a text title down here and then some more info. So you kind of get the idea of how this all works, and anything that I don't like, I can always just delete. I can delete entire sections like that. And of course, when I hover over here, you see this little background selection pops up, so I can customize that too. I can even make this section a background image, which be careful doing that. You don't want to overwhelm your viewers, but if you have something nice and sleek like this, maybe you can kind of create that to make that section stand out. So that's just a few ways that you can make your website more interesting. Beyond that, it's really just sort of playing around as far as where you want things organized and what kind of sections you might want to add, various media content and things like that. So if you are interested in making your website more interesting and engaging, I would encourage you to play around with some of these tools. That's it.